dot and a dash for this guy.
Get out of your way here.
Okay, so what the telegrapher's really hearing is the rhythm that's created by the sound of coming down and releasing. Let's put it on this way.
This is a smart key from the 1920s. You can see the size of the contacts.
Right,
over
I
there.
had one. Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so here the down and up. Slightly different sound.
This is a pentagram from Australia.
Okay, down and up. Down and up. Okay. So this is a dash.
There's no terminals on top.
This
of
is
the
a dot.
connecting things. The legs, the bolts that hold it to the desk, are actually part of the circuit.
Oh, is that
So
right?
you ran the wire to the bottom of the desk.
Oh.
This is a left-handed phone. You see the dot contacts on the other side.
So
this is a dial key.
dot dashes, dots.
You can rotate the axis of the pendulum
Hear the difference?
over 30 degrees in each direction.
So,
So it's depending on your wrist.
well, I'll do it in international code, but Landline used American Morse. So this is international CQ. Since you know international, here's how it sounds.
A spring to bring the pendulum back. It uses an electromagnet to current from the telegraph wire.
Okay, in American Morse it would be.
And it's got one contact for both dots and dashes.
But
And there's a side swiper there for radio jackets.
I used to admit this.
They were using side swipers in those days?
But then you have to know Morse in those days.
right.
I can't see
A lot of the stuff running around, but I should have learned it then. But those times.
playing the AP News wire over the sounder.
And pretty much the
Oh, cool.
Empire would have held me out for about another 400 years.
They had to control the
I think he's demonstrating Morse
Okay,
right now.
that's fine.
It would have actually.
But yeah, it's amazing. You can just, and I leave it up all the time at home. I have the AP News running in the background, and I copy it off the telegraph sounder. Makes my wife nuts.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So using that, you can hook it up to your computer.
Yeah, you plug your instruments right into it. If you have a serial port, you can plug those right in. Or if you have a USB port, you just use a USB to serial converter and plug that in.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, and we have multiple information wires. You know, there's news at 15, 20, 25, and 30 words a minute. And then we have the news. This is the, I think what it's called. This Day in History, 1861. So for all the Civil War exhibits that are being done this year, which is the 150th anniversary of the Civil War, you know, we have somebody's putting in information that reading news stories from 1861. So this Day in History. So yeah, it works out pretty well.
So is the software free?
Software's free, absolutely. MorseKOB.org, right there. That you just download it free, and then you build up this little circuit board. Serial output on one side, the loop output in the other, and next thing you know, you're in business. It really works well. Very solid.
Does a straight key work okay?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Even the I and AP were automating all that color code. You know, it made a lot of sense, you know, to do that.
Time I was
there we go. Okay. So this is the computer that's simulating the telegraph line. We have an AP News wire that is converting the text into electrical impulses that are coming into the switchboard here. Normally this would have been the iron wire that came from the poles outside a telegraph depot, and instead we have the information coming over the internet into here, these two lines. So what you do with this switchboard is you move the pegs around to select different instruments in the telegraph office. Normally what you would have is these two pegs set here, and this calling sounder right there would normally be in the line at all times. And if you heard a call on the telegraph wire for your telegraph office, you would switch the pegs on the pegboard to here. So the telegraph circuit was connected to the relay and then the local sounder. You can see the two wires coming up here are now what is connected to these two pegs. So the intersection of these two lines and these wires here is the mainline relay, and the output of the relay on those terminals back there is driving the local sounder that's in the resonator hood right here. So you can see if I put my finger on this that the relay is operating on the main line, and if I let the sounder go here, it's following exactly what the relay is doing from these outputs contacts right there.
Okay.
So this is how you switch the different instruments into line depending on what you wanted to do. Okay, now I'll demonstrate how to use the hand key and the telegraph key. When you came to work in a telegraph office, the only thing that would be available to you was this hand key right here, and you would have to make the Morse code manually by pumping up and down on the hand key. But after a few years of doing that, you got carpal tunnel syndrome, and it became almost impossible to work. So in 1904, Horace Martin invented the bug, and what you could do is you brought your bug to work, plugged it into the hand key provided by the railroad or Western Union, and you could send the Morse code without a lot of wrist action. And you use this side to make dashes, use this side to make dots, and you can see I'm using almost no wrist motion right here. All the activity is in my fingertips right here, and you'd be able to send Morse code for years, you know, after your wrist got sore from using the hand key. So it was a real labor-saving device. And when you're finished with sending on a telegraph wire, you have to close the circuit so the other telegraph offices are able to use it.
Okay.
So,